Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Season of Snow, also known as The Silver Season, a Japanese drama from 2008. Now usually, before I do a separate review of a movie on this channel, I check its availability to see if people can watch it or at least find it in some way. Movies that have terrible availability are usually skipped, at least in terms of preparing a separate video review. Now, there are exceptions to this, of course, like when I'm in Japan on vacation and I see a movie that's not available really anywhere else, I'll come back and I'll report it to you if it's really good, to put it on your radar. Or some of the Japanese horror films I reviewed this past October, and I provided a whole video explanation as to why I did that one. Another example that some people have forgotten about, I think, is my Christmas Eve review from 2019 when I reviewed the excellent Korean film Magicians from 2005. Check out that video if you haven't seen it, and watch the movie if you can. It's really cool. And I say all this in this introduction here because this video is unfortunately another example. Season of Snow is very difficult to find right now, but I want to put it on your radar because I enjoy it and I watch it every year in December. Now, the plot line basically concerns two people. A world-renowned skier, played by Eita, who retired at a young age after breaking his leg while in competition. And then we have a young woman, played by Rena Tanaka, who is preparing for her wedding in an ice chapel in the same kind of winter resort area. Now, first of all, the entire film takes place in the snowy mountains, which are captured beautifully. I love movies that are set in the snowy environments, and we get a lot of that here. Second, the direction by Ichiro Hazumi is very good, especially during the skiing sequences. You know, he uses angles that accentuate the speed and excitement of the sport. There are a few, exciting skiing scenes in this film, which I really appreciated. Even the opening sequence will really grab you. It's tons of wide shots of, the mountains, and three dudes doing crazy stunts on the mountains in their skis. The stunt work in this movie is actually pretty good too. They must have gotten some professional skiers to come in and do that stunt work for the actors, because there's some cool stuff in this. Now, some of that excitement that you get in this is also generated from the musical theme, which is outstanding. It's one of my favorite themes to any Japanese movie. And they use it quite a bit in the film. I'll include a link to the song in the description box below in case you want to check it out. But yeah, all this stuff kind of comes together nicely. Most of the characters are likable, and the two leads are developed enough so that the viewer cares about their well-being. You know, the lead protagonist is a bit cocky, bit of a troublemaker, but it makes the ending more impactful when you start rooting for him. The script takes time to establish the culture of the small town. It's like a small resort town in the mountains where people come to vacation and stuff like that and ski. And there's a relationship between the town and our main protagonist and his skiing career. And that relationship has deteriorated since he's retired. So it kind of it creates a situation that's really pretty well developed, I think. It provides an effective build-up and anticipation for the finale. And then we have the female lead, Rena Tanaka's character. She has some internal struggles. She basically goes to this resort in advance of her wedding. And she's kind of setting up the wedding, the whole wedding planning, and stuff like that. So she's dealing with her own problems. And they both kind of bond together, I like the story to the film. And there are a few moments that I did not expect, including one involving an avalanche maker. Eita and Rena Tanaka have pretty good chemistry in this. And Eita also has really good chemistry with his buddies, who play mischievous skiers who hang out with him and do crazy stunts. One of those actors you'll notice from the recent Rurouni Kenshin live-action films as well. And there's a handful of other actors that you'll recognize, like Eriko Sato and Jun Konimura. So it's pretty cool, man. This cast is good. And another personal reason why this one is kind of special to me is because maybe back in the day, I think it was maybe 2011 at some point, when I watched it for the first time, I had one of the best weekends of Asian movies that I've ever had in terms of first-time viewings. And a lot of them are movies nobody really cares about that much. I mean, I did watch Confessions, which was great, like Haunters, the Korean thriller, Midnight FM, which is another Korean thriller, and a handful of other like just films that I went in with no expectations and really, really impressed me. And Season of Snow was part of that weekend, which I've never been able to really duplicate since then. So there's like a personal connection there too to this film. Now again, the film has terrible availability right now, and it's kind of difficult to find. I think bootlegs, if you could find them, are the only way to watch it. Hopefully it gets a Blu-ray release though. But I felt like really reviewing it this year for Christmas, so that's why I'm kind of doing this review. It's a good little flick. You know what I mean? It's not like a super deep flick or anything like that, but it's just good solid movie, and it's pretty exciting and fun. Now there are a few other obscure Japanese films that have been getting releases lately. I reviewed some of them this year. There's another one that got a release on I don't know which country released it. It might have been a Hong Kong release. Or no, it was a Japanese release with English subtitles, and I'm going to review that one over the next month. So that'll be like another surprise review. So, again, if the premise sounds interesting, maybe try to track this down. But, there is hope, I guess, that it will get a Blu-ray release. And as always, I will see you next time.